morning.
Good afternoon.
Good evening.
Good day.
Welcome back to our channel. My name is Mike.
And this is Sham.
And we are back for a different
Mike and Sham
conversation.
Unscripted.
Yes. Forgot about our name.
Yeah.
Mike and Sham Unscripted.
Or Sham and Mike.
It's funny
Mike
how
and
we tend to forget about those kind of things, huh? Okay.
Yeah, I guess we have a delivery, huh?
I guess so. So this week, it's just gonna be kind of like a rolling stone, trying to talk about things that maybe you are going through this past couple weeks, maybe for the month November. And one of them will be like, I think we already touched on compromise and negotiation, but I think it's nice to kind of retouch it a little bit and talk about what you may think you may need help with.
Okay, kick it off.
So I think the biggest thing is understanding each other's future business as far as what you are trying to accomplish for the both of you, and I think Shamoya has done a lot of that to compromise as far as like what my future business endeavors. Is that how you say it?
Endeavors?
Yeah, that thing.
Oh, did he just pronounce the word
Endeavors.
wrong?
Yeah, whatever. But in the same token, is like I think we both have business drives as far as what we want our future to be like, and understanding one another and supporting the other. I think is a big factor as part of a relationship, and especially a long-term relationship. So what do you think?
It just comes down to how much you're willing to compromise. I want to hear you guys' thoughts on like what's too much. Like, would you compromise on career? Would you compromise on family? Like, what would you compromise on? Because I feel like you just have to have that discussion as to how much you're willing to compromise on.
Okay.
And what, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't know. I would say you just have to hear the person out and see if it's for the betterment of themselves and for you as a couple as well.
Okay.
So for me, obviously, if you make it in what you're doing, it's going to benefit us in the long run. So that makes it easy to compromise because it's like it's for the betterment of the overall relationship and life. So, and even when it comes to like family, compromise on the fact that, you know, the vision you probably didn't have, or the vision you had probably is not going to come true. Like for us with IVF,
Yeah.
it's like you could be like, I'm out. Can't give me no kids.
No.
I'm out. So you sticking around is you compromising on we may never
and I think
have kids.
I think the biggest thing is like when it comes to business wise, like you have to be able to share with your partner as to get closer.
I moved a little bit because I was trying to look at you.
To get more of like the relax, girl, relax. I think the biggest factor is understanding the why as to why you're doing the business wise, and it's if the why is strong enough for the both of you, I think that should be enough for the other partner to push through with them. And I don't think I ever shared with you why I went into it.
Well, I just trust you.
but do you have
That's
an idea
that trust
as to
of
why I
financial
decided to
freedom.
do it? No, that wasn't my why.
What's your why?
Our IVF.
Oh.
That's my why. Like my business, the reason why I went into it and the reason mostly is because of the IVF. Yes,
but still financial.
Yeah, but that comes with it.
Yeah,
that automatically already comes with it. My biggest factor and as to why I decided to get into it was because of IVF. How expensive it is for IVF. How we like trying to figure out different ways to become our own kind of parents. And I think even though we have talked about it and we have agreed and disagreed as far as like having a surrogate, I think that was my biggest factor because I know how much it's worth, how much it costs. And we understand that, I understand that she wants to carry the baby to understand the motherhood of the
I'm okay with not caring. It was just the cost is what
Yeah.
literally put a knife in there, like, okay,
Yeah.
this ain't gonna happen, because if you're telling me I need 30, 40, 50,000
Yeah.
to
And
make
so,
this dream come true,
and
then I'm just like,
that's my why. My
okay.
why is for that, and I keep pushing through every single day. I do sacrifice a lot of time with some way, and I'm
But
at
are
fault.
you willing to compromise if it doesn't happen?
Am I willing to
Yeah,
compromise for what?
for like the dream not happening, or are you gonna be like, I'm out?
No, I'm shit. By that time, I'll probably be like 40, 42 years old. What's the point of getting out there?
I don't know. Find you a little young thing.
God, no. No. No,
But a lot of people
I'm
do
sticking
that. There's
through.
so many people out there that go through that. It's like, you can't predict these things happening.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, are you willing? And I think now that we've been through it, if I was to go back in time and like start over, I would make sure like I have that conversation of like, but what if I don't have kids, or what if I can't? It's not even don't, because you want them,
Mm-hmm.
but it's like, have those conversations. And that's for you guys too.
Yep.
If you're dating or young, starting off, have those conversations.
Yeah.
Like, what happens if I go to the doctor and they're like, I can't have kids? How would you deal with that? And I know you can't predict like exactly how the situation is going to go, but you want to kind of get that person's perspective on, what if I can't? Are you open to IVF? Because there's people who don't believe in it.
Mm-hmm.
So you'd have to have those conversations on, are you open to that? Are you open to adoption? Are you open to surrogacy? Like, I just feel like now looking back, those are conversations I would want to have when you're dating someone, just to kind of see if they would stick around. But thank God I pick a good one.
It's not
Because-
look. The way how I saw it, even in the beginning or even now, it's like it's not. Yes, the baby is a big plus for us because that's what we always wanted. But
Yeah.
am I okay if we don't have any kids? Yeah, I'm okay either
Yeah.
way. Because either way, like me and her are always gonna have fun. We still have nieces and nephews, and we have
Yeah.
god kids that we still consider them as our own.
Yeah.
So it's not so much of like, oh well, maybe we won't. We
Yeah, now
will.
that
We-
we've
there will
gone
be a
through
time when
it-
we will have kids.
Yeah, now that we've gone through it, I mean, you go through a different emotion, or this conversation then turned into IVF, but you go through different emotions where in the moment you're like, geez, I always wanted this. Like, what if and what if and what if? But now looking back where I'm at now, I'm like, what if it wasn't meant for that? Maybe I was meant to give my all to nieces and nephews. Maybe that's what our purpose was like nieces, nephews, God babies, all the things the kids were surrounded by. What if that was what God wanted for us,
Yeah.
So I look at it different now a little bit. I'm not like giving up completely, like, no, never. But I'm at the point where I'm okay if it doesn't happen. So you have to make sure your partner is okay on that compromise. Like, what if, and maybe it's not even IVF and all that. Maybe in general, you don't want kids. So when you're dating someone who don't want kids, you have to make sure like they're okay with that. Like, are they able to compromise on that?
Yep.
Or, because I think we've touched on this before. A lot of time people think, oh, they'll change their mind in a year or two. And they might, but some people don't. Because I know someone right now who's like, I don't want kids. And the more I talk to her, she's like, I don't. She's like, I'm glad I don't. She's made up her mind. And her husband are on the same page with that, because she's saying like he's going to have the vasectomy and stuff. And, if they decide to like move to another country, they'll be okay. Like, yeah, but she's made up her mind and she hasn't changed it. So yeah, you just have to make sure whoever you're with is okay with that before,
Are they willing to compromise that
Yeah,
situation?
don't go into it thinking they're just gonna change their mind in a year or two. You can ask them that question too. Like, are you saying you never want to have kids, or are you saying like not right now? Are you saying that maybe 5 years from now, like, and maybe that person will give and take and be like 3 years instead of 5, and but you have to have those conversations.
Yep.
That's the main thing I would say.
That's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
And again, like when it comes with negotiation, just understanding, like how can we meet in the middle as far as what we are doing.
It take the facts, obviously. Like, And that's why he said, like, me not knowing is wise, because I trust that at the point we're at now, you're not going to make any stupid decision financially.
No.
Like, I always joke with him and say, as long as you don't go empty our savings and our account to do some dream,
No.
you know, or go gamble it all off or something, like, I'm at the point now, what, 14 years in?
Together?
Together.
Yeah.
12 married.
Yep.
We the 12?
12 married.
12 married.
Yep. Yeah,
12 married
she's
and
lost.
14 together, to where I'm not going to be like, okay, what is that thing you're doing? I just trust that we've always had these conversations about having something outside of a 9 to 5 or a regular job. So I trust that you're making steps towards that. So I don't have to always know your why, as long as you know your why.
Yeah. Yeah. And
What is my
the
why?
biggest thing.
Financial freedom or
Yeah,
financial.
but what else do you want besides financial freedom?
Well, everything is going to come from that.
Okay.
If we buy another house, it will be because of the financial freedom. If I'm able to help my family more, way more than I can do right now,
Yep.
it's going to come from me doing that. So us having a good life and me being able to help all those people, because I feel like with the economy and everything, I went from being able to help everybody to being like, squeeze.
You have to squeeze this little $25.
Holidays coming up, you're like, yeah, how many kids?
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, those are my whys. It's just financial. Everything else will come from that.
Another thing would be like timeouts when needed. Like this one right here always
he
has
knows.
nothing but timeouts. And like for me, you know, there's times
Compromise on.
There's times at night that, you know, I'm coming to bed early thinking something's going to happen, or, you know, we're going to have a little good time. But there's times that she'll just like sit over here reading for hours. And I'm like, an hour later, no, ain't no dramatic. It's the truth. An hour later, I'm like, well, I read my part of the book. I'm going to sleep because I'm tired. And she's not there. I'm just going to go to sleep. And, you know, and we've talked about this even off cameras where I've told her, hey, even if I'm asleep, you know, if there's a time that you ever get into that mood,
I ain't waking you
do not
up.
hesitate to wake me up.
I ain't waking you
Wake
up.
me up.
That's not the compromise for
Yes,
me.
wake me up.
You're looking so peaceful.
Got nothing to do with being
You're
peaceful.
just peaceful and sleeping. I look over there and I'm like, I can't wake him up.
You wake me up.
Can't wake
You know, and I think that's just how it is. It's like, especially like with me lately, I've been in that. So we've talked about how she hated how I played video games because I was always focused more time on the video game. I have not played video game in like 2 months. Literally, have not touched a video game in 2 months because I got
Focus
to a
on
point
work.
and got to a stage of where my focus got more into building my business.
Yeah.
And
See,
I
that's
think-
where we need to reevaluate now, because
Yeah.
maybe we're used to like the bedtime routine.
Yeah.
Maybe now we need to reevaluate when those little times happen, because you need your business time and I need my cozy reading before bedtime. So now we can reevaluate. That's where the compromise come in.
Oh, negotiations is happening right
Negotiation.
now. Okay.
Meet me halfway.
Oh.
Maybe we can't be set on, it has to happen at nighttime before bed.
No, but I looked at it as like, well, you know, throughout the day we've been busy. So it's like,
Squeeze it in some.
hey, hey, yo.
Not lit.
Hey, yo.
Not lit.
Hey, yo.
No pun intended.
Hey, yo.
But
No Diddy.
but yeah, we're gonna have to figure out like somewhere in between, because I think that's where my negotiation compromise comes in. I'm up early. Sleep.
On the weekends.
Weekdays he's up before me, but then I'm getting ready for work. So
Yep.
that's not working.
I mean, it can.
I need my every drop of my sleep till 5:15 to get ready for work. But I mean, like you said, compromise. So for me on the weekends, I'm up early. I'm here during the day. Yes, I'm working, but we're gonna have to say, let's get it in.
Hey, okay.
Let's
Okay.
get it in and get it. I don't want to say get it over because that sounds
Yeah,
a
that
little
sounds too much there now.
a little too much.
Yeah.
But let's just do what we gotta do so that I can have my cozy time reading because I like coming over here to read before bed. Because I like you're up early. That's your thing, being up early. For me, it's being up late on my days off. Not too late, but I'm up till 11, 12. So he's trying to go to sleep so he can be up early. And I'm trying to stay up so I can finish these books. So yeah, we got to negotiate and compromise
Yeah, we sure do.
on the time of that. Yeah. So sounds good?
Yeah. that
Sounds like a
good.
deal?
Sounds like a deal to me.
Sounds like a deal.
Okay.
Yep.
I have an idea now.
Oh, Lord.
Mhm.
What idea did he not or did he get?
No. Okay.
Okay, moving on.
Okay.
Moving
But
on.
I think ultimately timeouts when needed. It's just like when you're like a lot of relationships tend to be like clingy.
Yeah,
Like,
you're around
they
this
just
person
being
all the
around that
time.
person all the time could get to a point where you're just like tired of that person. And timeouts are needed at that
Oh, yeah.
point. Like just not separate. Like,
No.
split up. I'm talking about like if you have a hobby that you enjoy doing, you have something that you enjoy doing. Just like explain to that person, hey, listen, during this time of the day, I would rather do my hobby, whether it's playing video games.
That's
whether
what we
it's-
just did. I'm like, I would rather at 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock, I'm coming
Yeah.
over to read after I done watch whatever, clean up, did all this
Yeah,
stuff.
exactly. And I understand that. I totally understand that. It's not the point where I'm just like
Mad about it.
like what is it, double conflicting, like I'm not conflicting my words as to what I expect or what I would like to see happen. It's more or less like I understand that this is her late night, it's her time to come and read books, and I have been missing that part of the line, you know what I mean, like I have, and now talking about it, now I understand that hey, at nighttime it's nothing's gonna happen, and I
I'm not
understand
saying that. Not gonna be every night.
I mean, you reading your books, you're trying to finish
But
the goal.
it's so many days in the week because it's like only Friday, Saturday that we're here together. So it's like
Not only.
mostly Friday, Saturday. So and then Saturdays or Thursday, Friday. Was it Thursday, Friday this week?
Yeah.
But like for me, today's Saturday, but I'm about to get ready for the week. It's already 5 o'clock. I have like so much stuff to do before 8, 9. So it's like can't really do too much on a Saturday. So that's why I say we gotta figure it out earlier in the day
that's
so
fine.
we handle business and don't miss out on that part.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah,
can
our
still
time.
do what I want to do and you can still do what you want to do and stuff. So that's where the balance on
Hey,
both
you
of
know,
our
you know
side
what I
comes
liked
in.
about earlier, what you did
What?
when I was on the computer. You're like, hey, how long you
Yeah.
got? Because I need you to.
That's
do something
compromise
with
right
me.
there.
And then you like, I'll give you an hour, and I was like, I like that.
Yeah.
I like that because now I got a time frame. It's like, we need to
Yeah.
wrap
I was
this
like, I
thing
have
up
to
so we
ask
can
for
go.
your help. So how
Yeah.
can I get it without, because I heard you talking to the guy. So I'm like, he's doing something. So let me give you some time. And if
Yeah.
he was over here before the hour. I'm like, oh, you're here already?
Yeah, because I mean, it got to a point where we're just not talking about anything.
Yeah.
I was just like, let me just go and finish this and then just go on.
Yeah, and I waited because even with the plug, I was like, let me just leave it alone until you're done. I didn't want to. I'm like, I'm trying to figure it out on my own. I need
Yeah.
a little reinforcement. But yeah,
good,
that's compromise.
Yeah.
I didn't get mad like, can you get off the computer, dude?
Like
no,
you
it
used
was
to.
just like, yeah, I've learned, grow.
It's funny, man. It's funny. Well, anyways, we would like to talk about like Christmas is coming up soon.
Oh, one
right?
more thing.
So,
Back to the timeout thing. Also, this goes for when you're upset about something too.
okay.
And being able to understand when that person need that timeout for that reason too, because sometimes when you're trying to talk about something, he's the type of person that want to talk about it right now, right then, and I'm like, I need a moment. So that's where a little timeout comes into. We ain't got to get into details, but I'm
you know
saying,
what? It's like,
and you did good. You let
and
it.
I did. I let it go. I was like, you know what? You want to your time? You know, that same night you told me that, I almost came over here to the other room and slept. But I was like, you know what? If I do that, she's gonna be
I'm
like,
be
you
mad.
are petty.
I'm
and
be
you're gonna
mad.
be even more upset. So I grabbed my pillow and I went back to my bed. So I was like, I
Hey,
paid
you
for
were
this
on your
bed.
way.
I had already put my pillow over here because I just got back from work and I put
Oh,
my
you were
pillow
on the
over here.
trip. Yeah.
When I got back, I put my pillow in the other room.
I didn't say I
I was
need
like, you
that
know what?
space.
If I was to do that, she would be like, you're just
Yeah,
playing.
now I'm mad for another
Now
2
you're
weeks.
just like being too petty. So I grabbed my pillow and I was like, you know what? I paid for this bed. If she wants to go and sleep on the other
Okay.
bed for her time of needs,
Uh,
time out
oh,
needed,
oh,
go to the other room yourself. I paid for this bed. So
No, I don't
that's true,
believe
though.
too much. I mean, I did that early in the relationship where we were mad and it was like, ugh. But no, I don't believe in like that separating.
No, but you know what?
It's the
Even
topic that you're upset about that I just need time to process.
Okay.
And I get quiet when I need time to process.
Yep.
Very quiet.
You know
Let
what?
me process.
It was like for me at the time, like it just felt like
It's
when
all
you
your
said
mind. You
that,
want to talk about it.
and then all of a sudden it's like things were going through my head. Like I started thinking, it's like, is she really that upset about my decisions? Is it like what is it? And I never really like.
And I
got
can
to
do
talk
better
about
at
it.
saying I'm upset about something without just being quiet.
Yeah.
I can work on that. But
you
for
know,
me, I like to
also-
get quiet to process my feelings. So I don't say anything that's going to be too hard to take back or too harsh. So that's how I process. I am not the person who's going to come at you like, "Ugh." I'm the person who get quiet, process the feelings going through my head. Like, I'm upset, da da da, da da da. I can't believe this happened, or whatever the situation might be. Just give me that time to process and I just slowly come back around.
And I would like for future references is that for you to be open minded, like I was, to understand my decision at that time.
I
for that
understand.
specific thing.
But in my defense, I feel like we had already talked about the pros and
Specific topic.
cons.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's like, what's the point of me talking about it again if I had already expressed the pros and cons before the situation? So to me, you already knew my stance on the situation. So now it's like, what are we going to talk about?
But you also didn't understand my decision as far as what the
I
decision
kind of
came
did.
with.
I kind of did. We'll talk about it.
Okay.
But that's just how I am with the space part. It's like I need that time to process why I'm upset. So it's like, yeah, I just need that alone time.
Okay.
I don't want to say nothing that I can't take
No,
back.
because we already talked about it. We said we wasn't going to talk about it. So
Yeah.
our channel's not going to be revolved around that.
No. I'm
this
just
will be
saying,
more of
like,
a private
respecting your
conversation.
partner to, on both sides, to
Yeah.
give them that space. Sometimes they need that space
Mhm.
to process.
I agree.
Yep.
But to change the topic, as far as when it comes to Christmas gifts,
We should put that in another video, no?
no, this will all be in the same thing. It's okay. It's no big deal. But as far as like Christmas gifts, like understanding the partner as to what they need, like you have to be able to
struggle
like
with that.
understand, like just see what they're going through. And try to figure out exactly like what could benefit them as far as
See,
what
that's
they're
the problem.
doing.
I don't know
you
what
know?
you're going through over there.
It doesn't have to be like what I'm going through. Like I understand, like for example, like her camera situation. Yes, you have a microphone on top of the camera, but when you out and about, do you really want people to see that big old knob right on top of the camera? Like, you know what I mean? So you start thinking like, what else can I get her?
No, I
So it
agree.
can be a little bit more discreet. Another
Yeah.
thing is like when it comes to like when you asking me to do like your videos or you want me to do a video of your whole outfit and things like that. So I got something for myself with that. But that would be it would be.
He's
Christmas
good
gift.
at
It would
just
be that.
remembering things. For me, I
It's
feel
not
like
so
I
much
don't know
about
enough.
Remembering, it's just
Well, the thing is, I feel like we've been together so long, I'm out of ideas.
no. The ideas continue to evolve over time.
But you don't tell me what you're missing.
I told Collins last night. I was like, she wants me to tell her a gift that I need.
He knows the rule. Give me 5 things.
I'm gonna have her buy me
Oh,
another monitor.
Lord.
He's like, why do you need another one? I was like, you can never go wrong with 3 monitors.
Oh my god. It's always something for the computer. I need other ideas.
So it's just things like that. It's just understanding. Hey, what else could your partner
Yeah.
need or would want? You know what I mean? Like that's one thing I would want.
Oh
is
yeah, I
another
think
monitor.
it's a role, like you said, it's ongoing throughout the year.
Mhm.
It just, now I'm like out of ideas, but that's usually how it is for us. We always like pay attention
Yeah.
to what's going on with the other one.
Just trying to help them and alleviate their stress, or like just you're with this person for a whole year, another year, you know what I mean? So it's like you start looking into like, okay, what could be
What are the
more
things
helpful
they
for
love,
her.
enjoy, missing?
Yeah.
Like last year when he got me the massage for my foot and my back, I was like, that's a thoughtful gift because I didn't even know I needed.
Exactly. So
It
that's
was a
just
gift I didn't know I needed, but it
yeah.
was the best gift ever
Yeah.
because I do have problem with like my feet. If
Mm-hmm.
I'm out for the day, I'm out for the count. If I'm cleaning the house for the whole day, by the end of the night, I can barely walk.
Yeah.
And I never like, I've mentioned like, oh man, my feet hurt. But I never like thought about, oh, a foot massager or a back massager or nothing
Yeah.
like that. And when he got that, I was like,
And you got one for your mom.
yeah, now I'm gifting. Now I just
A
got
gift
her
that they
one.
may not need, or they didn't
She
know they
was, she
needed.
loved it. She was like, I need one of those.
Yeah.
But yeah, I
Especially being
surprised
as a
her and
teacher.
gave it to her, and she just kept saying the same thing. She's like, "You don't know, this is gold. This you just gave me gold."
That's good, man. That's good.
Yeah.
But on that note, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up now. Please don't forget to like our videos. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. Turn on the notifications so you know when we actually post.
And if you like
the video.
podcasts, head over to Spotify or
If you
Apple
like
Podcasts.
a podcast, yes, go to Spotify. We have a Spotify channel. We'll put all the links down below in the description. As far as the Apple, Spotify, or Apple Podcasts as well, we will go ahead and be putting all of that down below in the description.
Listen on the go while
Yeah.
you're driving to work.
That's it.
Go ahead and listen.
And on that note, please don't forget, have a good day and have a good holidays. Till next time,
Peace.
deuces.